Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy summer to you guys. I wanted to show you guys a few manga series that I highly recommend everyone to read this summer. This list spans a lot of different genres and it contains no spoilers. I'll be going through a brief plot summary before talking about my thoughts for each series, so without further ado, let's get right into it. For this first series, I'm so excited to be announcing the release of Summertime Rendering in its English publication Glory by Udon Entertainment. The anime of this series has been popping off, so I'm super excited that Udon picked this up and is releasing it super soon. So you guys, I've read half of the series so far and holy cow, this has been such a wild ride and I'm literally aching to read the second half. Summertime Rendering is a supernatural thriller series that takes place on a very small island in Japan. Our main character Shinpei started living with the Kofunes on this island after his own family was killed in a car accident. He had moved to Tokyo for culinary school when he got the shocking news that one of his sisters, Ushio Kofune, was dead. He returns to this island for the funeral, but then he becomes a little bit suspicious of Ushio's death. It seemed like there was some darker entity going on here and that she might have been murdered. And then he finds out his other sister, Mio, himself and the entire population of 700 people on his small island are in very serious danger. So this series got my heart pumping so fast and I got kind of scared reading this at nighttime. The art is absolutely amazing and horrifying on some of the pages, and the pacing of this story literally makes it impossible to put down after you start reading it. And a lot of you guys might have been watching this or have actually heard of this anime that just started showing around 2 months ago, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm definitely gonna watch it very soon because this manga is just so good. So if you like mystery, thriller, bits of horror, and supernatural elements, you definitely have to check this series out. Summertime Rendering, in its 6 omnibus volumes Glory, this is going to be published in 2 separate versions, first a paperback and then a hardcover. So the paperback for this series is actually shipping out very soon. The first volume is shipping out at the beginning of June, and as for the hardcovers, the first 3 volumes will be releasing in mid-June, actually really soon too, so definitely keep your eyes peeled if you're interested in picking up the series physically. So I also have really exciting news, so huge thanks to Udon Entertainment for sponsoring this segment and for sending me these series. I really enjoyed reading these first 3 paperback volumes so much, and they were kind enough to send one more set actually for a giveaway. So this is a giveaway time. The winner will be winning the first 3 volumes of Summertime Rendering. This giveaway is incredibly easy to enter. So first of all, make sure you're subscribed to me on YouTube and have liked this video. And next, down in my description below, there's going to be a link there that's going to lead you to a Gleam page where you can earn entries using a lot of different actions. The actions on here are following me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and answering a little fun question. I promise it's literally not going to take more than 5 minutes to enter using all of the entries. So this giveaway will run from today till Tuesday, May 31st, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure to enter using the link below, and since the package is coming directly from me, I'll be throwing in some extra goodies there. Alright, without further ado, let's move on to our next suggestion. Next up, we have The Golden Sheep, whose mangaka is Kaori Ozaki, the legend who wrote the short series The God's Lie. So this heartfelt coming-of-age and school life series revolves around a high school girl named Tsugu who moves back to her hometown. She was extremely excited to come back to visit her childhood friend group, who consisted of Yushin, Sora, and Asari. Tsugu believes that everything and everyone is still the same, happy, innocent group of little friends living peaceful lives and everything, but 6 whole years have passed and, you know, a lot of things have happened since then. And trigger warning, this series does talk about self-harm, mental health, so please read at your own discretion. Sora has tried to end his life, Yushin's family has fallen apart and he fell into an incredibly troubling crowd at school, and Asari is just filled with jealousy, honestly, after seeing her crushed Yushin get really close to Tsugu. So this series is only 3 volumes long, so this setup is insane for such a short series, so be ready to go on a very fast-paced, dramatic, and heartfelt story of 4 high school friends who are really struggling to find themselves and really just find their footing in the world. You'll definitely be laughing a lot of the time, but if you're like me, you'll also cry in some other parts of this series. So I finished this series in one day, and once I started the first volume, I was immediately hooked. The characters are so authentic, and they really start out extremely flawed. And so that led me to really hate certain characters at first, but I came to understand them the more I learned about their backstories. The main character, Tsugu, is one of those super happy-go-lucky and positive characters, so it was really inspiring to really see her face her troubles, but at the same time it also made it hurt really bad when you saw her down and defeated. but I highly recommend this series to anyone looking for a short yet dramatic coming of age series that really brightens your perspective on life and friends. I really enjoyed it. Next up, we have something a little bit different, Rosa Versailles. So to me, summertime is all about reading new series, but also taking some time to revisit some old classics. So this is the old classic. This is a really old but gold shoujo classic series by the iconic Ryoko Ikeda, published in the early 1970s. And so it's set in the scene of the 1789 French Revolution with the characters Marie Antoinette, Oscar. So these two are incredibly fearless and powerful women of this time in their titles and also their actions leading up to the French Revolution. So this is a very historical series, not so historically accurate, but there are a lot of historical elements in here that sparks a lot of conversation about society and women during this time. So this series has also widely inspired females all over the world about how strong Oscar, one of the female leads, is. And many people actually say that she's one of the strongest shoujo female protagonists of all time and that her character actually paved the way for a lot of future shoujo stories. So I'm a fan. My mom really enjoys the series. The characters are all so wonderfully developed and you really get whirled into this super different world of Rosa Versailles. The art is breathtaking and there's really not much else to say besides that the art style pulled me in and the story made me stay. And also, does anyone else use the makeup line that actually has these characters on the packaging? So this makeup line is from this exact series. So anyways, I'm getting really hyped about just thinking about reading these next few volumes and possibly rewatching the anime. So I highly recommend you to pick this series up during the summer. It's a really special and unique read and it's a definite must check out if you haven't even heard of this series. Alright, next up, we have a very classic, but it's a recent classic series, and that's Kaguya-sama Love is War. And so for a lot of series on this list, I wanted there to be an anime version of it, just in case you guys were looking to relax a bit more, rest your eyes, and just be a little bit more passive in watching anime over the summer instead of reading manga, because I know I sometimes definitely feel like that. Or even better, you can watch the anime and read the manga if you guys have a bit more free time now. So do I honestly even need to introduce this series? As the name suggests, our main character Kaguya finds herself in a battle of love. As the vice president of this prestigious high school academy, Kaguya works alongside the very quiet and seemingly mysterious Miyuki Shirogane. So these two characters are the top students of their school and they are overachieving in every single aspect, so there's no doubt that they see each other as competition. However, what they also fail to do is admit that they like each other. So this has now turned into a battle. Whoever admits that they like the other person first loses. Literally cannot rave about this series enough. It's the perfect romantic comedy and school life series, and even though I watched the anime so long ago, I can pinpoint specific moments that were genuinely so hilarious, and the third season is out, guys. It's time to pick this up and watch it. All the side characters are phenomenal and, you know, Chika, literally the cutest human being on earth. And so as for this series in anime versus manga, the anime is a super condensed and also general overlook of the manga. So if you guys really enjoy the anime, like me, definitely check out the manga for a lot more little stories here and there, and you get a lot more context and just content in general about the characters. So I think with the youthful and comedic effects of this manga, I think this is definitely a great series to check out for the summer if you haven't yet. Alright, next up we have Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. So I purchased and read this manga actually before I knew that there was an anime coming out for this, but now I know that there's an anime, you best believe I'll be binging that very soon. So this very cute comedy series revolves around an absolutely adorable but very unique couple. We have Shikimori, this hottie right here, and Izumi, her very shy and cute boyfriend. We start off this series with them already dating, and throughout we just see very cute little interactions between these two and also their friend group at school. Each chapter of this series is a little short story, kind of like Komi Can't Communicate, and this is actually because this series started off as a web manga that released on Twitter, exactly like Tomo-chan is a girl, so you see a lot of similarities in the way this story is laid out. But anyway, Shikimori is a very charismatic and basically ideal girlfriend. She's a beauty, she's adorable, and she's also incredibly cool. So Izumi, her boyfriend, is a super unlucky dude and finds himself in very weird situations, but Shikimori is always saving him. And so this series is literally the cutest. I read this series last last summer, and I'd be giggling to myself reading this before bed. People thought I was insane, but I get the best sleep after reading this. So if you guys like really fuzzy and cute school life series or a collection of short moments, definitely check this series out. I think this really fits the summer vibes with how adorable all the characters are. So overall, I really recommend this if you're looking for something a little bit less serious and something a bit more fun and cute. Wow, this next series has my heart on a serious hold, and this series is Paradise Kiss. If any of you Nana fans are out there, you have to also check out Ai Yazawa's classic josei series Paradise Kiss that actually just hit 22 to 23 years since release. So we start off with this girl named Yukari who realizes that her life is really just studying and following the rules and going to school. However, she's also a very tall, gorgeous, and charismatic girl, and so a group of design students from a nearby prestigious art school notices her on the street one day and actually invites her to be the model for their upcoming fashion show. Yukari is like, what? Why should I be wasting my time with you weirdos? Until she actually goes into their lair and gets deep into the land of fashion. She really gets to know this group of design students as they work towards creating the most beautiful piece of art together. And George, who is the lead designer of this dress, and Yukari enter an incredibly complicated type of relationship that really makes the reader's heart ache. And without even realizing it, Yukari has entered the incredibly passionate, exciting, yet difficult world of modeling, designing, and also romance. So this series is so amazing, literally one of my all-time favorite josei series, if not the best. It is so intense in drama, the romance is also so dropping hot, and the art is on a different level. The attention to detail in all of the outfits of each character is incredible. Anyways, I reread this series just last week and it got me sweating, my heartbeat racing. And so for romance and drama lovers, you literally cannot miss out in this series, and so I highly, highly recommend it. Alright, so we've hit the end of this video, but there are so many other series I want to recommend for summer reading, but I'll leave you guys with another couple top honorable mentions. So first, Grand Blue Dreaming, my favorite comedy series of all time revolving around a bunch of college goons in a diving club making the most of their college days. Next up, Spy Family. The anime is Chef's Kiss. If you're not watching it already, please, please, please watch it. This is the cutest comedy anime there is with the most unique and admirable characters. I literally am such a fangirl for all of them. Next up, we have My Dress Up Darling. Shy guy meets extroverted girl and they start developing a passion for cosplaying together. And this also has an anime and a super fun plot with a very unique focus on cosplay. And the last honorable mention is Blue Flag. This is a coming of age school life series with a lot of introspective elements, characters that just make you feel really deeply about them, and of course, blooming romance. So this is an incredibly refreshing and new series to check out over the summer if you haven't yet. Alright, and that is all. I know I just threw a bunch of information at you guys, but I really hope, one or two of these series interest you and that you decide to check it out. And if you've already read all of the series on this list, and if you have other suggestions as well, please leave them down below in the comments. I'm definitely looking for more series to check out too. And don't forget to check out the description below for the giveaway link to possibly win a copy of Summertime Rendering. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!